up with a slow motion crew, and we up in our growlings when people change, but not us. And we just chillin', kicking it, kissed by the sun. Could be soaked to the skin in the mall soon. I know she got the good vibes when seasons change, but we're the same. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. Even if my jokes aren't funny, my tongue tied up on it. And I don't need to speak a single word, 'cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding, holding. 'Cause you got me holding. And I'll be running, possessed by a low, low voodoo. Fired up like a wolf on the full moon. And we're stuck in a la la land. The tides will turn without us. And I'll be killing time like I might be a cartoon. Take it in real life like haiku. I know we got the good vibes when pieces fall right into place. Even if I lost all my money, the zero runs deep, honey. I know you're somewhere out there, somewhere far away. I want you back. I want. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Alpha Family, ADT Nation. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Happy Money Monday morning. That's right. It is Money freaking Monday, and I am excited to be here to work with each and every one of you to have another amazing day in the markets, an amazing week in the market. And what do we know about Mondays, baby? It's a brand new day and a brand new week full of brand new opportunities. So once again, I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to work with each and every one of you to attack this market, to lock in some amazing profits. Boy, oh boy, am I excited like always. So go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, hit me with a big old good morning. Hit me with a happy Money Monday. It is August 8th, 2022, 9 a.m. We got a lot to talk about today. Not really a lot, but there's definitely some things to talk about to get you prepared, not only for today, but to get you guys prepared for this week. We got some big data coming on up. We got some big old earnings coming on up as well. So it is going to be an action-packed week in the markets. We know that penny stocks have been absolutely on fire for the past 2 to 3 weeks. Assuming that hype and that volume, that attention does not die on off, we could definitely see some big-time rippers and runners again. And then a very important week this week. What do we have going on this week, guys? What is so important about this week in the overall market? Who's prepared for the day? Who's looked at our morning stock newsletter? Who's been inside a chat? What is so important about this week of August that's going to dictate where the markets are headed next? Go ahead. Who knows? What's important about this week, guys? Hit me with it. Yes, we got CPI data coming on up Wednesday. We have PPI data coming on up on Thursday. And so, team, not only is it an important week because we have CPI and PPI, It's also a very important week because this could be the week that we make a decision here on the SPY. Are we going to break out of this consolidation to the upside? Or are we going to fail and drop like we did back in June? You know what's pretty weird about this? This was around the same time we were looking at CPI and PPI data, right? Same time we were looking at CPI, PPI back here in June. And then we cracked to the downside and drop. We're back inside of that range. We're back in between those two levels, a low of 406.76 and a high of 416.44 resistance. Not only do we have very key inflation data this week, CPI Wednesday, PPI on Thursday, it's also going to be a decision-making possibility here on the SPY. Are we going to break that 416.44 to the upside and rip into our next level of resistance into that 428 to 434 level? Is CPI going to be worse than expected? Are the markets going to crack on down below that 406.76 and possibly back below 400 to maybe retest those June and July lows? This is going to be, in my opinion, a decision-making week. So make sure you are all set, ready to rock and roll. Make sure you have a plan because there will be some opportunity. There will be some volatility to take advantage of. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to take advantage of that opportunity. Don't you? Don't you guys want to find those amazing trades, lock in some amazing base hit profits, and who knows? Maybe that base hit turns into a home run and you just had an amazing month in the market. So let's get prepared. Let's get focused. Let's have a plan and let's attack this market the right way like professionals, like we always do, and lock in some profits. So again, team, my expectations for the market moving forward until Wednesday, sideways between 406.76 and 416.44. Do I think we're going to break to the upside ahead of CPI? I don't really think so. I think traders are kind of taking a step back. There's going to be a brief pause in the market. We're not going to see any key levels broken or cracked to the downside. I think we can definitely move within these levels. I definitely think the SPY could come down to 406, 407 in the next couple of days. But do I think it's going to break that key level of resistance ahead of CPI? I doubt it, but I could be very mistaken. The market's going to do what the market wants to do. So I think we're going to be more or less sitting sideways over the next couple of days. Do I think there's going to be movement and opportunity? Absolutely. 100%. So let's talk about the SPY right now at this point in time. One thing I'm going to be looking at here on the SPY today is a short. And the reason I'm watching the SPY for shorts is because we just came up to that 416.44 resistance, and we're seeing a strong, very strong rejection off that level. We actually have a good amount of volume moving on into the sell side after we just hit that 416.59 level. Zoom out to Friday, draw yourself a beautiful little trend line here. Okay, what do we see right now at this point in time? Very strong resistance, tons of selling pressure coming into this trend line. If we crack this trend line today, team, I want to get short here on the SPY. Now, where would I want to short the SPY back down to? Well, I'm thinking that we'll short the SPY. We got a couple levels of resistance along the way down, levels that will come down and most likely bounce on off of before rolling over and possibly getting that next leg down. So right now, right around 414, we could see that there was a little bit of resistance there on Friday around 414. And then last Wednesday in post-market, we had some good support. There's going to be a lot of areas, in my opinion, that we see the SPY bounce off of. Look at all of these lows from Thursday. You know, come down to that 413, probably bounce. Come down to 412.80, probably bounce. Come down towards around 412.46, most likely bounce. Then look at some of Friday's lows. 411.41 will probably bounce there. 410 probably bounce there, etc. But what's our main level, right? If we have a few contracts, we're scaling out along the way down. Maybe we're adding to our position for those additional drops and those other leg downs. What's our main target? I'm going to put you back down around 406.76 to 407 as your key level of support. If we ever get there, you're all out there. But there's definitely going to be some opportunity to definitely lock in some profits today with the SPY. So what we're looking for today is that 416.59 to hold this stock down as resistance, eventually get a crack at this trend line and get that leg down to 414 and then 412.46 and then down towards around another key level, 410. I don't think the SPY is going to break that 416.59, but if it does, you need to have a long plan in place. If you break that 416.44 to 417 area, the SPY does have room to 420. But I don't think that's going to happen. But have a long plan in place. Do not trade on bias, right? Don't be biased. Don't be a bull. Don't be a bear. Be a trader. If it breaks and it looks strong, go long. That's where the markets are going to go. If it cracks that trend line, who cares about your bullish bias? This chart's saying go short. Be a bear. Short the stock. Let's make some money. All right, so that's the SPY, guys. Really keeping a watch on that trend line at that level of resistance right around 416.44. I'm leaning more towards the short side, down to the 414, 412.46, and then maybe 410. The best of the best level of support, and I do believe we could see this level hit ahead of CPI, would be that 406.76 here on the SPY. The Qs, resistance, 325 at this point in time, 325. You could probably put a little bit of a trend line here on the Qs as well, right? You can see here from Friday's low into post-market, pre-market, we've hit that level a few times. So I'm going to watch this trend line as well here on the Qs. If we can't get above that 325 and we proceed to crack on down below this trend line, I'm looking to short the Qs potentially down to this 320 level and then back down around Friday's lows of 318.56. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at. That's my game plan. That is what I'm looking for right out of the gates today to see if we have any great opportunity to jump on in. I personally do not like trading options within the first 15 minutes. That's something you're going to notice when we officially dive in to our small account challenge. I typically like to sit back the first 15 to 30 minutes, wait for the best, most high probability setup possible to take advantage of those trades. Very similar approach that I took here on Friday with the SPY. Right, I was short on the SPY pretty much at high a day, and that trade took place right around 10:20. It took a while for that trade to plan on out, but the trade planned on out exactly the way I was expecting. We got a 3-point move in our favor, and our stop losses were 75 cents. I was able to generate 5% on my account on that one trade. The investment was only $30, and I was able to make 5% total on my small account. That trade alone was 80% on one contract, sticking to my plan, having a good high probability setup to the short side. Nice tight stops, great reward. And that's going to be the approach that you guys can expect for the small account challenge. Really having the mindset of, I'm not trading today. You're like, what? That's the mindset to have during a small account challenge. I am not trading today. But if a high probability setup presents itself and I am crazy about the trade, let's make it happen. But your mindset cannot be, I have to trade today. That's not how you trade, even when you have a bigger account. So we have to start with the right mindset. Your mindset should be, I am not trading today unless a high probability setup comes to me and presents itself. And that's exactly what happened on Friday. And that's exactly how we were able to lock in over 80% return on that one single trade, generating 5% on our account in one day. So we're going to make it happen again. Have the right mindset. That's what we got going on with the SPY and the Qs today. Before anybody asks, what about Tesla, Josh? What about Apple? What about NVIDIA? What about Boeing? What about Square? What about PayPal? Okay. If the overall market is more or less going to sit sideways, in my opinion, ahead of CPI, do you think these stocks are going to really make big moves, or do you think these stocks are going to correlate with the broader market? I believe these stocks will correlate with the broader markets. So I don't have any trades that really stand out because I know that what the market does this week is probably what a lot of these individual stocks are going to be doing as well. But we do have earnings this week, guys, right? We have Upstart tonight. Tomorrow morning, we have Spirit. Tomorrow after the close, we have Roblox. Let's go, Roblox holders. We got Coinbase and Unity and Wish. Wednesday, we have Disney. All right, then we got Rivian here on Thursday. And really, it's not as hot as the last couple of weeks. We had our big names reporting the last 2 weeks. We got some decent names right now. Last week, SoFi, I'm a holder of SoFi, absolutely loving the earnings. I'm a holder of both Disney, actually not yet on Disney, but on Roblox. And I'm definitely looking for Roblox. I do own some Upstart. I do own some Unity long-term. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how some of these earnings look. Most definitely, though, on Roblox tomorrow after the close. So we got some good earnings this week. Not as much as the last couple of weeks, not as anticipated as the last couple of weeks, but we have some good names. A lot of you guys own some of these stocks, I believe. So again, we got some earnings this week to be paying attention to. That is my game plan with the broader market, the SPY and the Qs for today. Let's talk about these penny stocks and what we have going on, guys. What do we have as far as opportunity today? Well, the first two stocks I want to talk about are going to be our meme stocks. All right, we got BBBY gapping up from 816, hitting highs of 1209. Reddit top mention, short squeeze stock. Everybody wants to buy it because they think it's going to the moon. I really don't recommend that you guys buy it and go to the moon with it. Okay, when everybody was asking me, like last year, should they buy it at $60? Is it going to 100? I said, no, it's most likely coming back down to 15 bucks. Everybody said I was wrong. It came down to $10. I don't recommend putting your life savings into a meme stock. But when these stocks are moving, there is opportunity for some amazing day trades to take some of that capital to invest in quality companies. BBBY is going to be on watch today. And if BBBY is on watch, maybe we should be watching AMC. Maybe we should be watching GameStop as well. The two movers right now that look the best, obviously, BBBY. It's one of our top stocks for today. And they got AMC moving a little bit here as well. So BBBY has support back down around 10 bucks. We want to see $10 hold, ideally, on BBBY if we're going to continue to see some action today with this stock. And eventually what we're looking for is a break of the downtrend. So we want to see 10 bucks hold on up. We want to see a good strategy, a good setup, a high probability trade for the break of the downtrend. And that's when we want to get involved with BBBY. So again, we're just watching this above 10 bucks to see if it can hold on up. If we ever see an opportunity for a break of this downtrend, we have potential back up towards around 1162. 1209. And if this stock ever breaks 1209, one of our main targets today here on BBBY is going to be up towards around $12.41. If you guys are watching AMC off some sympathy to BBBY, you want to be watching the stock above 2248 support. Same thing. Let's see what happens around 2248 support. If there's a good setup, if there's a strategy, if there's a high probability opportunity to get involved for the break of this downtrend, there could be some opportunity to lock in some profits. Where could we see this stock go back up to? Well, we could see it back up towards around 23.90 to 24. And then one of our top targets today is going to be that pre-market high of $24.86. They're on AMC. So we'll be watching AMC off sympathy to BBBY. All right, if BBBY starts dumping, AMC most likely dumps. Same thing, if AMC starts dumping, BBBY most likely follows and dumps as well. So we're going to be watching these two stocks in conjunction to one another to see if they're going to correlate together, to see if there's opportunity today with these two meme stocks. All right, but let's talk about my top stocks. Okay, BBBY is one of these top stocks. It seems to be predictable. There's volume. There seems to be some opportunity today. So BBBY is definitely one of our top three stocks for today's trading session. Number two, we have ILAG. Now, ILAG was a stock that we were talking about over a week ago. It never got that break. It never got that move. But here on Friday, this bad boy went from around $2.20, ripped all the way up to $3.60, and then boom, hit highs of $4.79 there in post-market. I think there could be some good opportunity today with ILAG. It's a newer IPO stock, and we know when these newer IPO stocks get moving, they freaking move, guys. So we're going to be watching ILAG. You have support right now. I would say a couple levels to keep on watch. I'm liking that 395 level, but if you briefly crack below 395, you could see this come down towards around 375. Below 375, I think traders give up. They move on. They put their attention elsewhere. But if we can hold above at the lowest, 375, ideally 395, we could absolutely see the stock bounce on back up and eventually break this downtrend that we have here from post-market into pre-market. So again, looking for a possible opportunity for a possible trade down towards around supports, eventually see if we can get a break of that downtrend for that leg up into that post-market high in the 490s up towards $5. If ILAG ever breaks over $5, we could see this thing up towards around $5.66 to $6 next. And if we ever break $6, that's when things get interesting. That's when we could see the stock squeezing to $8.75, $10, and potentially beyond if the market is still hot like it's been the last 2 to 3 weeks. So ILAG is definitely a top stock for the day. Once again, bottom support between $3.75 and $3.95. Looking to see if there's an opportunity to get involved near support for that potential break of the downtrend back up to those post-market highs on ILAG. Then TBLT was a trade that we broke down thoroughly here on Friday. I said we could definitely see the squeeze in this move today. I'm really liking it, but it's still going to be on watch coming into the next week because this setup looks fantastic as long as we hold above support. We briefly dropped below that level of support today in pre-markets, but coincidentally, the company drops a press release that gets the stock back above support, and the stock is actually breaking its downtrend off that 643 support. That's the 50% fib retracement, and we're seeing a break of this downtrend, and we have some decent volume that had just moved on in TBLT. So again, press releases are dropped strategically. There's no coincidence, okay? They have a team of technical analysts that review their stock. And if they have a press release that's planned on being dropped, they're going to time that press release around a technical setup possibly where there are already traders looking at that stock. A company wants their stock to rip and run. A company wants their stock to be at 30, 40, 50 freaking dollars. And if they can drop their press releases strategically in conjunction with, say, a technical setup, why wouldn't they? And you see that time and time again. And traders always ask me, was that just a coincidence? Coincidences? I think not. We definitely know that these press releases are dropped strategically. So it's no wonder that we have a fantastic trade setup from a technical standpoint. And then boom, 8 o'clock, they drop a press release here on TBLT. So again, TBLT was a trade I wanted to keep on watch on Friday. It didn't do too much, but now we're breaking that downtrend. We're back above 7. We held support. We have a press release. We have some fresh volume moving on in. Today's the day I can think that we could start to see that expected move that we were looking for on Friday today. Where do we have room to? 850 to 875. And then our main target is going to be back up towards around $9.32 here on TBLT. So I definitely want to keep a lot of focus on TBLT. This was one of my back burner sleeper plays on Friday. It is still a back burner sleeper play for today. Want to see that trend line hold this stock on up. I want to see a break over those pre-market highs. That's where we can get our next wave of volume to really start moving on in to see this stock ripping on up into our next levels of resistance. I believe there's a lot of opportunity with TBLT today and throughout this week. It's a Reddit top mention. There is a press release. There's fresh volume. It still has a lot of its shares currently short in the market. This stock has the potential. Let's definitely keep this one on watch. So again, you guys understand that ILAG is one of my top stocks and why. BBBY and AMC together are definitely some top stocks to be keeping on watch. And I do like TBLT as well, but there's some other stocks that could move today. They're very possible, but not seeing that type of action and that predictability and that consistency that you ideally want to see to make it one of your top stocks. So these next series of stocks are going to be placed on the back burner at this point in time. But TOMZ was gapping up decently, had some good volume. It's a 14 million in float stock, and there was a press release this morning here on TOMZ. So again, issuing a press release highlighting that its Steramist system mentions EPA-listed Steramist on emerging viral pathogen guidance as a disinfectant against monkeypox. So again, we could be watching some of these monkeypox-related stocks: AEMD, TNXP, GOVX, SIGA, VRAX, and now we can add TOMZ to that list of monkeypox stocks that could move. And TOMZ has a press release today. It's not really doing a lot. It's lost a lot of the focus. It's died on off, but we want to keep it on watch because there is a press release, there is volume, and we could see the stock move, especially if some of these other monkeypox related stocks move as well today. Support's back down around 108. That's some really clean support, very key support on TOMZ, back down around 108. Right now, that's all I have. Let's see what the stock does when we open on up. Is it going to start ripping and provide us with opportunity? If so, it's on our watch list, right? If it's going to open and dump on off, guess what? We'll remove it from the watch list. But there is that press release. There is a reason for the stock to move today. So I want to get somewhat prepared to have a leg up. Support, once again, back down around 108. We could definitely see it throughout the day, maybe grind its way back up towards around 192 and retest that pre-market high. But at this point in time, TOMZ is definitely a back burner stock. BNSO is a back burner stock as well. This stock only traded less than 1 million shares on Friday. The stock never trades any volume whatsoever. Friday, we get about 1 million shares traded on the stock. We ripped on up to 478 where we closed, and now we're at 1340. Again, prepping everybody for the small account challenge. We are going to be staying away from these, what we call very risky stocks. As we start to dive into the small account, we're looking for these clean, consistent, valid stocks that have valid reasons to be moving. Looking at the SPY and the Qs, really making sure that you guys are getting your feet wet and you're starting this challenge in the right direction. A stock like BNSO, we can classify as a very risky stock, a very volatile stock. Can we watch the stock today? Absolutely. Is there going to be opportunity? Most likely. But I want to stress this. This is a very, very high risk, but high reward trade. This thing can move $1 to $2 at a time. We could see the stock halted multiple times throughout the day. Gap ups, gap downs, rug pulls. We know what to expect with these types of stocks. BNSO has good support back down around $8.75 if we crack this trend line. All right, so we do have a decent little trend line from Friday that connects here in pre-market. So we could see the stock open on up. We could see it pull back and bounce off the trend line for the next leg higher. Keep that on watch. But if we do crack below that trend line, the stock could still be in play for today. Where could we see the stock hold on up and there still be some opportunity to take advantage of? Well, 870 to 875 support here on BNSO. Right now, there's no reason to get involved at all. We'll have to wait and see what this stock does at 9:30. Are we going to open and start to squeeze? Let's shift our focus to BNSO. Are we going to open on up and dump, maybe for a washout long, maybe for a bounce off the trend line? We don't know. We have to wait for the market to open. But right now at this point in time, it's safe to say there is no reason to be getting involved in the stock. There is no opportunity. There is no high probability setup. There is no reason to be trading this right now at this point in time. So sit back, relax, and wait. Understand it's a very high risk trade, but could also produce a lot of high reward. Wasn't a lot of volume on Friday. It was a very random stock that actually led the board on Friday, and we are seeing a pretty big gap up. There could be some action and opportunity today, but I think we need to see it come back down towards support before seeing traders jump back in to the long side. Again, 2 levels of support to keep on watch. This uptrend from Friday that connects here in pre-markets and then back down towards around that 870 to 875 support level here on BNSO. And then lastly, we have HLBZ. This is another stock that popped on up here on Friday. It wasn't a top gainer, but we are gapping up here in pre-markets above $1 support. So that's it. We want to keep the stock on watch above 98 cents to $1. We do have this little double bottom U shape trying to form here in pre-market, and we could start to see a nice little break to the upside, guys. I mean, HLBZ is fantastic for those small accounts. HLBZ, as long as it holds above $1 today, and we can break this downtrend off this nice U-shaped formation, that could push the stock back up to 120 and then 125, right? So a very good stock for the small accounts. Again, there's no credibility behind it. It was a top gaining stock on Friday with no news. It's gapping up this morning with no news, but it is trading some pretty decent volume. There's 15 million shares traded here on HLBZ, and on average, the stock trades 2 million. So we see there's focus. We see there's attention from traders. It's currently up 50% at this point in time, and it's a nice low float stock. We could definitely see it move today as long as we stay above that 98 cent to $1 level here on HLBZ. Simply put, looking for a break of the downtrend for the next leg up. Right when I was saying that, I see the spider. He's looking right at me. I'm freaking out. There's a spider in my office. Oh no. I got to get my wife to come in here and kill it. Oh, he's talking to me. He's like, bah, 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 bah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, go hide. Oh my, I don't like spiders, guys. I don't like spiders. Woo! Give me the chills there. Oh, I'm sweating a little bit. I'm sweating a little bit. Yeah, if you ever hear me scream like a girl today and run, it's because there's a spider on my desk. Ah! And I'm going to dip out and run. All right, so you guys got HLBZ, right? So, BNSO, I think it should be a back burner at this point in time, okay? HLBZ, I think it should be a back burner at this point in time. TOMZ, I also think it should be a back burner at this point in time. Where do I think the best opportunity out of the gate's going to be and for today as well? Well, I think there's going to be some action and opportunity with BBBY, and I think there could be some action and opportunity with AMC as well. And I definitely think ILAG has some potential today, and then definitely TBLT. So those are going to be my 4 top stocks to be watching right at 9:30 and see if this is where traders decide to go. Again, TBLT number 1, BBBY number 2, ILAG number 3, and then AMC number 4. So what I want to go ahead and do is cast a vote. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to go ahead and cast a poll and see what stocks you think are going to do the best today. So do you think the number 1 stock today is going to be ILAG? Do you think the number 1 stock today is going to be BBBY / maybe even AMC? Because those will most likely move in conjunction with one another. Do you think the number 1 stock today is going to be TBLT? Do you think the number 1 stock today is going to be maybe one of these back burners that we just discussed? And a back burner could be like TOMZ. Another back burner is BNSO. And the other back burner we have is HLBZ. So, ladies and gentlemen, cast your votes. The poll is in. Right at the top of your chat box, you see what stock is going to do the best today. Go ahead and click on that. A little poll is going to pop on up. Go ahead and cast those votes. What stock do you think is going to do the best today? Do you think it's going to be ILAG, BBBY, and AMC, those meme stocks, those Reddit mentions? Do you think it's going to be TBLT, my favorite from a technical perspective? Or do you think it's going to be one of these back burners, TOMZ, BNSO, or HLBZ? Which stock do you guys think is going to do the best today? I want to see everybody inside of chat casting their votes. We have over 80 members in chat right now logged in watching the stream. I want to see at least 80 members casting their votes. Completely anonymous. You guys do not, I don't know who's casting the votes. You guys can't see else who's casting the votes. So take your honest pick, right? Go cast your vote. Honestly, what stock do you think is going to do the best today? And let's see what the team is thinking. Right now, we got TBLT at 7 votes, 58% of chat saying TBLT. Keep on casting those votes, ladies and gentlemen. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and let me know what stock do you think is going to do the best. Go ahead and just type it up here inside of chat. Johnny boy. There will never be a poll for moving Josh to the right. Ever. Josh is right here on the left. You can see all your stocks. You guys are all set. All right. Never again is Josh going to the right of the stream. So Johnny, man, I know you casted your vote for a big old yes, but unfortunately, if I drop that poll, everybody's going to say move back to the right, buddy. All right. So we got TBLT with 47% of chats. And then we have a tie between BBBY, AMC, and then one of those back burners. So right now at this point in time, let's take our focus on over to TBLT as the market is officially open. Let's have an awesome day, traders. Let's make the most of it. Let's have some fun. Let's lock in some big old profits in the market. I'm excited to be here again. I'm excited to work with you. And let's make today the best trading day of August. Let's do it, team. Let's make it happen. Right now, watching BBBY here for the break of this downtrend on BBBY. You guys think I'm joking when I say I got to go get my wife for the spider? I'm not even joking. In all seriousness, she will come in here and she will kill the spider. Or at least get it out of here. At least get it out of here. But you won't see me. You'll see me scream and run like a little girl. Spiders, cockroaches, you name it. Count me Out. Freaky little critters there. I don't like. Oh, dude, if I see one, I run the other direction because I feel like right when I'm getting ready to get it, it's going to move. And then it's going to jump at me and go, rah! Anyway, team, back to trading stocks. All right, as long as the spider just chills in this window with the sunlight and I don't see it drop down on my desk, we're good. But if any of those two things happen, if I see it and it drops on my desk, I'm out of here. Good luck today, team. Make it happen. Hold it down. Josh is not sticking around. He's gone. He's going downtown to get some spider killing sprays. All right. Don't give me any ideas, Willie. Don't give me any ideas, Willie. All right? Yeah, you got insurance for a reason, man. I don't want to use it. Sir, why did your house burn down? Well, there's a spider. Okay, and disinfect. I had to just completely terminate the spiders. All right, so ILAG just came down off your 395 support level, guys. So right now, you definitely want to keep ILAG on high watch right down to our 395 support. We're seeing a nice little bounce at this point in time, guys. All right, so ILAG was one of our top stocks to be watching. We came down to that 395. We saw a nice bounce. It's definitely something that we should have on high watch right now at this point in time. It'd be ILAG. Now, yes, we got BBBY ripping on up as well. New high of day. We got AMC ripping on up as well. New high of day. We broke the downtrend on AMC. We broke our downtrend on BBBY. We need to see these stocks pull back, right? BBBY just ripped $1.39 to the upside. Let it pull back. AMC just ripped about $1 plus to the upside. Let it pull back. So if we break 1241 here on BBBY, your next level of resistance here will put you up towards around 1339. 1339 here on BBBY. If we get that break over 1241. Shares to short on AMC. Wire. They're not that expensive. AMC does have room to like 2884. 2884 on AMC to the long side. Support now is back down at 2480. Right, so if you are looking at AMC, looking for an entry, looking to get involved, okay, we just literally ripped from 24, and we're hitting these highs at 2560, 2561. The stock's overextended. It's due to pull back. Let it pull back. 2481 is your level of support at this point in time. Same thing with BBBY. Let the thing pull back. Where is support here on BBBY? Well, I'm going to say right around these pre-market highs. Now, this is going to be light support. It's not the strongest support, but it's light support. Right here at 1168 on BBBY. You can take a trade right here off the first pullback, looking for a break over those highs to 1339. Stops would be below the 9 EMA and this pullback low here on BBBY. So this stock has great potential to break these highs at 1241 and get another dollar spike to the upside. You'd have to put your stops below probably 1150. AMC is now halted to the upside. So AMC is currently halted to the upside. BBBY could be the one to follow. There it is. It's starting to break on out after that pullback into 1186. Now we're starting to see that break over 1241. Your next target is 1339, and this stock could definitely squeeze into a halt here because AMC just squeezed into a halt. Boom, new high of day, 12.97 on BBBY. This thing has room, about another 40 cents, 50 cents to the upside here. There's a new high at 13.09. Scale out, guys. Always lock in profits if you took that pullback trade here on BBBY. Getting halted right now to the upside on BBBY. So both AMC, and we got another squeeze up right into our target, 13.39. We just hit a high of 13.34. Right now, BBBY is getting some great action to it. Right when it broke 12.41, quick rip on up into that 13.34 level. Very close to our level of resistance here. Where's support now? Well, we pulled back into that prior high as support. We could definitely pull back into this prior level of resistance as support. Back down around, I would put you at 12.30. 12.30 support at this point in time here on BBBY. ILAG gave you another opportunity at 3.95, guys. All right, ILAG, if you missed this one, it gave you a second opportunity to get your entry off 3.95 support. And since then, a nice little 50-cent push to the upside. So right now, you got some great opportunities, guys. ILAG off that 3.95. BBBY off that pullback for the rip. AMC, that was a challenging one to catch unless you bought it at the break of the downtrend when we were talking about this one in pre-market. So you could have taken that break of the downtrend or gotten your retest of the downtrend. ILAG, two opportunities back-to-back for a 3.95 entry. BBBY off the first pullback for that break over that prior high. So there's three great trades and three great opportunities already starting to play on out here, guys. Next best trade would be the dip buy right around this 12.30 on BBBY. All right, looking to see if we can hold above 12.30 on BBBY. We will be live at 9:46. You got about 2 minutes to go here on AMC. You got about 2 minutes to go. This stock does have potential to 28.84. Yes, AMC is halted right now. Able to be live at 9:46 here on AMC. And we're watching AMC to see how it's going to go live here. If AMC opens and dumps, watch BBBY to dump on off as well. If AMC opens and rips into another halt, we might be able to expect that BBBY would rip and possibly halt the upside as well. Now, if we look at BBBY, we have that 13.39 resistance, but our main level of resistance today will be your 200-day moving average at 14.28. All right, so right now, AMC will be live in about 40 seconds, team. About 40 seconds, AMC will be going live. Looking to see if AMC is going to go live and squeeze because BBBY is right at a level of support. We opened. BBBY is dropping on down just a smidge. There's a quick little squeeze there on AMC. New high day on AMC. AMC still ripping right now to the upside. So AMC support level back down at $24.81 to $25 if 25.68 doesn't hold. If 25.68 does not hold, and it's starting to squeeze here once again, so now we have AMC starting to squeeze. You got BBBY holding that level of support, guys. BBBY is really fighting to stay above that 12.39 level. Right now, AMC is still squeezing, guys. This thing is nonstop right now at this point in time. Nonstop at this point in time. Still getting some great action. 27.50, new high a day here on AMC. And BBBY looks good for a trade coming on up. If we hold above that 12.30, and we close here at 12.30, it could be a very nice break of the downtrend coming on up on BBBY. We can see there's a lot of buying taking place under that 12.20, and it gets bought right back up. Nope, not yet on BBBY. We still have a little bit more room to the downside on BBBY. Back down around that 11.68 level. If we ever come down and bounce off that 11.68 and break this downtrend, that's a great long opportunity here on BBBY, guys. I'm watching BBBY here. AMC off to the side. AMC needs to pull back. BBBY is coming into that level of support. Maybe we get a nice little bounce and then a break of this downtrend coming on up. Definitely worth keeping on watch here over the next few moments. There's nothing on BNSO, AMC. And we're waiting to see where this is going to pull back to and set up for us. So both AMC pulling back, BBBY pulling back a little bit harder right now at this point in time. BBBY getting really weak. Really weak right now at this point in time. Starting to give just about everything back here. So right now, there's nothing on BBBY at this point in time. Sit back on your hands and wait for the next best opportunity, guys. Again, sometimes the best trades come at 10:30, 11 o'clock. Shoot, last week, a lot of great trades were in power hour, right? Between 3:30, 4 o'clock. So sit back and relax. Looking for the next best opportunity, guys. And I think that opportunity could be here at TBLT. TBLT breaking that slight downtrend that we have. A break over 740 is where a lot of volume could really start to move on in, guys. So right now, TBLT is our number one pick. Right? AMC's pulling back. BBBY is pulling back a lot more than expected. Again, let's see if these two stocks can hold on up. But right now, we have a decent little opportunity here with TBLT. And this is one of my top picks, guys, from Friday and once again today as I see that daily technical formation. There is a press release to back this stock up as well. There is a lot of shorts still in this stock here on TBLT. So definitely, I think I'm going to shift my attention to TBLT. I think this stock can be a little bit more consistent, a little bit more predictable, not as volatile, and definitely see some great action to the upside here on TBLT. So if you guys are looking at AMC, and if AMC cracks 25.75, watch for it to pull back to 24.80. But right now, you have a potential momentum trade off this 9 EMA. So if you look at AMC, 1 minute, 9 EMA, we see we have a potential momentum trade here off that 9 EMA. But if the stock cracks the 9 EMA, do not be surprised if it dumps $1 very quickly. This thing could drop on off by $1 into our better level of support very quickly. So again, right now, let AMC, in my opinion, pull back towards around $24.80 to $25. BBBY, let's see where it's going to find its level of support and see if it's going to move on back up for us. Right now, TBLT looks to be the best stock that could be our next big mover here to the upside here on TBLT, guys. AMC starting to look pretty weak, back down at 24.80 now. BBBY is looking pretty weak as well, giving back a lot of its gains. Right now, 948. 948 in the market. I'm watching TBLT here. I'm watching TBLT as my #1 pick. I think TBLT has a lot of great potential, guys. TBLT it is. AMC still has room down to 24.80.